Hello, welcome to the Mutagenic Compound Extraction Project. In this project, we're creating a validation set from a book about genotoxicity. The idea is that we want to create a set of compounds that the book says are genotoxic or are not genotoxic. Eventually, this set will be used to test computational models for genotoxicity. And if we do a good job of creating this set, then we'll be able to say things like, this model of genotoxicity, this computational model, is highly accurate on the compounds referenced as genotoxicity in this primary source. So let's take a look at the primary source really quick. This is the Brigo Thresholds of Toxicological Concern, Duration of Exposure, Genotoxic Impurities book. So you can download this book right here, and I suggest you do that and bring it up. And you can see that, this book has a bunch of information on it, and some of these pages are going to tell you things like whether or not the compound is genotoxic. What we're hoping you will do is read these pages and identify which compounds the book references as genotoxic and which compounds the book references as non-genotoxic. So let's show you how to do that really quick. If you're actually looking at a project, if you're on the project page, which is sysrev.com/p/8398, you just click review, and you see, in this case, we're given a page, and it's got a bunch of information on it. I'm going to look for a different page really quick, just to see if I can find a better example. Here we go. So I've already started working on this one, but let me get rid of my answers so we can go through the process together. So the first thing to notice is this page is rotated. So we can download the page, open it in another tab, and rotate it. You could open this in another window too, if that makes it easier. But looking at this table, what we can say is, okay, this is a table about genotoxicity. One thing to mention straight off the bat is, hey, this is page 28. So if I was confused by anything on this table, I could go ahead and go back to the book and open page 28, and there's the table. And so now I can look at the text around this table, or you could even Control F for table 2.4 and look about what the authors say about the table. And at that point, you should understand what these columns mean. So in this project, what we're asking you to do is identify the compounds which are genotoxic in any in vivo or in vitro test. And so we can see CI disperse blue 1, it's genotoxic because in the rat test, it has a toxic dose 50% of 156 milligrams per kilogram day. So, this is a positive, even just looking at the first column. We also see that it's positive in the Ames test, and we say it's actually a negative in the mouse test, but we don't care because there's two other positives. So we're just looking for any evidence of positive. Something worth pointing out is that we're not interested in Derek alerts. We don't want any sort of chemical tests or computational tests. We're really looking for biological tests like in vitro tests, which are cellular tests like the Ames assay, or in vivo tests like a rat or a mouse mutagenicity test. And so, the first thing we can do here is take this Cas number, which you can identify by it having 3 numbers attached by a dash. So 2475-45-8 is the Cas number for this compound. We can go back over here, and the first thing we should say is, this page is definitely an include because it certainly contains information about genotoxicity. Next thing we can do is we can add that Cas number to our genotoxic Cas numbers. And so looking at the page again, this very next example, we see that there's evidence of genotoxicity in the first 2 columns. We can add that as well. And so we want an example of non-genotoxicity. If we go down to the bottom, we see p-chloroaniline. This is not positive in the rat test. It's not positive in the mouse test, and it hasn't been tested in Ames. And so we could pull that out and say, okay, that's a negative. Another example is aniline here, which is it's a negative in the rat test, and it's not tested in anything else. So this would be a negative as well. So let's go ahead and pull that out, and we just stick it there, and we can keep adding all of these. And so what we're asking you to do is just pull out all of the toxic Cas numbers and non-toxic Cas numbers and add them to this list. And then you'll click Save, and we'll match your answers up against other reviewer answers just to make sure that everyone's getting everything right. If you go through this process really quickly and you start missing a lot of compounds, will know because other reviewers won't miss those compounds, and you won't be paid for bad answers. So we're really grateful for your help on this project. If you have any questions at all, please contact us at info@insilica.co. Just in the subject line, make sure you're putting the review that you're working on, which is sysrev.com/p/8398. So with that, I'll say thank you very much for helping us to build a model of genotoxicity.